Okay, here we go. Great. Okay. Hi, friends. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Special announcements. I have a few spots left in my Costa Rica retreat in May, if anyone's interested. And then let's see, my frequency class, which is my monthly offering, breath work and sound, is next Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. in this space. There's already like only 6 spots left. So if you want to come, I would recommend signing up in advance. Okay, other than that, I suppose let's just do yoga. Any questions, comments? I feel kind of lonely up here. I'm just kidding. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Come right here. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but go ahead and just lay down. And once you are laying down, Jane, you're doing great. Just stretch any way you want for a moment. So maybe it would feel really good to take your arms and your legs long. Maybe it would feel good to hug your knees in and just gently rock side to side a little bit. And just really feel into your physical body. And eventually come to rest in any position that feels just nice and relaxing. So maybe you're in Shavasana with your legs extended, your arms out to your sides. Maybe you're in constructive rest pose with your feet on the ground and knees bent. Feet just a little wider than your hips and your knees can fall in. Perhaps with your hands, you even bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And then either close your eyes or very intentionally just let your gaze soften. So try not to have big satellite eyes looking around the room, but just let everything kind of come inward. And just simply feel your body on the ground, the sensations in your body. Your breath expanding and contracting, and maybe right now it's just subtle. Notice any emotions you might have brought with you to practice today. So maybe there are emotions that have kind of been brewing through the week. Maybe something happened on your way to class. Maybe there's even a lack of emotion, kind of a numbness, and that's fine too. So you're just noticing, how do you feel? How does your body feel? Physically, energetically, emotionally. Not trying to fix anything. Not judging yourself for anything, but just allowing what's there to be there with curiosity. The next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can and imagine you could breathe into every single little space inside of your body. Hold, take an extra little sip, and then huge open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah. Again, like that, inhale, fill up. Breathe all the way down into your toes, out into your fingers, up into the crown of your head. Everything expands, extra sip if it's there. And then open your mouth and just sigh, let it go. Ah. Good, last time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Inhabit every single space inside of you with your conscious, intentional breath. Take an extra sip, maybe even two. Then big sigh. Ha. Nice job. Seal your lips now. Begin to cultivate your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And the inhale is just like you're taking a really deep, slow motion gasp. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window with your lips sealed over the breath. To start to create a little bit of noise, almost like an ocean wave or wind moving through trees as you're breathing slowly, intentionally, and even powerfully in and out. So stay connected to this breath. And everybody just draw your knees in towards your belly and take a little rock either from side to side or whatever feels good. You could rock around in little circles, kind of trace the outline of your sacrum against the ground. You can keep your knees together or take them apart, get into your hips a little bit more. Nice job. And then eventually, supine spinal twist. Let your knees fall to the right. Left arm extends out to the left. Or goal post your left arm on the ground. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. Send your breath down into your belly, down into your low back. Take about 3 more deep breaths, and every single inhalation, see if you can create more space. With your exhalations, just soften, kind of melt around that space you've created. Nice job, everybody. Bottom of your next exhale, lift your knees back up through center. Perhaps give them a little squeeze or just take another little rock. Your low back a little massage as you neutralize your spine and your pelvis. And then as you are ready, other side, left with your legs, right with your arm. Gaze up or over your right shoulder. Big intentional breaths down into your belly. Keep the front of your shoulders, front of your heart nice and open. Take a couple more rounds on this side. Good, you guys. And then from here, go ahead and just roll all the way over onto your left side. So you'll be in a fetal position. And using the strength of your arms, just slowly ease yourself up into a seat. So sitting nice and comfortably, as comfortable as possible. And if that means sitting up on some sort of prop, feel free. Start with your arms just down by your sides. Exhale in your breath. And as you inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. As you exhale, twist to your right side. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee or thigh, and then right hand to the ground behind you. And sometimes I even like to come up to my right fingertips or bring my right hand to a block. So you don't want to put a lot of weight on your right hand. Just use your right arm to help you sit up really tall, and then see if you can work your twist with each exhalation. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Take about 2 more rounds. Bottom of your next exhalation. So all the way to empty, and then come back to center, arms to the sky. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, other side, twist. So right hand to the outside of left knee or thigh. Left hand behind you. Fingertips on the ground, or maybe your hand is on a block, but just try to sit up nice and tall. Move your inhales all the way down. Exhale all the way to empty. Take your last couple of breaths on this side. Next time you inhale, back to center, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, twist, but just use the strength in your core. Inhale, back to center, reach up, breath to movement, just like that for a moment. Exhale, twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back. Feel it in your waistline. Inhale, center, arms to the sky. Exhale, one more time each side, twist. Good. See if you can open your heart towards the right side of the room. Inhale, back to center. So you're not just twisting with your arms. It's coming right from your center, from your strong core. Exhale, twist towards the windows, and then back up. Last time, breathe in. This time as you exhale, just come forward to hands and knees, tabletop position. And from your hands and your knees, just any way your body wants to move, intuitive movement for a moment. So feel around and explore. Cat-cows, hip circles. Maybe you just want to child's pose it out for a couple of breaths or so. So no right or wrong, but feel into your own body. Get curious about what your body is calling for. Nice job, everybody. And let's say in your next 3, 4, 5 rounds, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start to find your way back whenever you would like. Good job. Once you're back in your dog pose, some big deep breaths as you explore from your down dog. So you can pedal out your heels. You can shift your hips side to side, your head a little shake or a little nod. Find as much length as you can from your fingertips all the way up to your butt, all the way up to your sit bones. Imagine that invisible rope. It's attached to your belly button. It's pulling up. It's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. Nice job, everybody. Take one last breath in your down dog. And then at the bottom of your exhalation, look to the top of your space, forward fold, however you'd like to get there, top of your mat. Once you've arrived, just hang out, maybe a rag doll, maybe hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull and give the back of your neck some traction. Try bringing your feet at least hips width distance apart, if not a little bit wider for this first one. That will give your hips and your pelvis a lot more space. And then use your big deep breath to just melt into the fold. Draw your belly button up, 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 and use it to lift your sit bones towards the sky. So belly button, rather than feeling like you're just letting go with your belly. At the bottom of each exhale, navel to spine, and see if you can lift your butt higher, straightening your legs just a little bit more. So weight is more forward in your feet, less in your heels, more in your toes and the balls of your feet. Last breath in your fold. Nice job, everybody. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, bow, let it go. One more time like that. Halfway lift, spine parallel to the ground. Good. Awesome, Kirsten. Exhale, fold. And this time, all the way up. Come through your halfway lift and keep rising. Arms overhead as you breathe in. And hands to your heart as you breathe out. Beautiful. Let's flow for just a moment with our breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Stick your butt out. Reach your heart forward as you dive down and fold. Inhale, spinal extension. Get all the rounding out of your back. Crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart. Rise. Bending the knees is helpful. Inhale, reach up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's add on just a little bit. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Curl open. Re-extend, realign as you inhale. And then exhale, take it all the way down slowly. Nice job. Halfway lift position. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. So pause right here at the top of your push-up. Spread your fingers, push the ground away actively. So you should be especially pressing into your thumbs and your index fingers rather than rolling onto your outer wrists. All right, try not to move your hands or your feet, and lift your hips back and up, down dog. Yes, good. Next inhale, rock forward, high plank. Don't move your hands or your feet. See if you can come way forward to your tippy toes. And then exhale, press your hips back and up. You might bend your knees a lot. Down dog. This time, inhale, rock forward, high plank. You can come to your knees if you'd like to modify. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, hold. Hold until you're empty, and then inhale, push back up. Exhale, downward facing dog, stretch it out. Very nice. This time, inhale, rock forward, high plank or modified, and then exhale, slowly lower, 3, 2, 1, all the way to your belly. Take a Spider-Man cobra, so hands are wide on the hardwood floor, up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart, tone your belly to protect low back. Exhale, take a little twist to your right side, dip your left shoulder down. Nice, Jane. Inhale back to center. Lift your heart, press down through pelvis and shoelaces. Exhale, other side, twist. Beautiful, nice, Paul. Inhale back to center, lift your heart. Take it one more time at your own pace, with your own breath. Try not to be in a hurry. So slow, intentional movement, slow, intentional breath. Eventually, you'll come back to center on an inhalation. Maybe you want to hold there for a couple rounds. We'll meet up in a tabletop position, however you want to make the transition. Tabletop, hands and knees. All right. So in your tabletop, spread your fingers and push into the ground actively with your hands. So if you use your strong hands, then you won't be sinking into your elbow joints and your wrist joints. Your muscles will engage through your arms and your shoulders and even your pectoral muscles. So you want to use those higher up muscles rather than all the weight just being in your wrists and your hands. All right. From here, right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. So as you reach your right arm forward, left leg back, your left hand, your left fingertips are gripping and pushing the ground away. See if you can feel a connection to your center here. So not a smiley face shape. Go for a strong straight line. Draw your belly button in and up. Almost feel as if you're rounding or puffing up through your low back. So you want to really feel your strong core. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, round elbow to knee underneath you, curl in, empty out. Slow motion movement. Inhale, long, strong, powerful. Very good. Exhale, elbow to knee, round, push with your left fingertips, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. One more time like that. Exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to empty. Nice, Jody. Inhale, reach. Now listen, as you exhale, you're just gonna bring your right hand to the crease in your right hip. Stick your fingers in that crease. And you wanna make sure your hips are square. So if you're not sure, bring your right hand to your sacrum and feel, is my butt level or is my left butt cheek higher? Square off your hips. Right fingertips in the crease of your right hip. Try to push your right hip back, and automatically you should feel your body twist to the right. See if you can reach your right arm to the sky. Yes. So what we are doing here, it's a revolved half moon, but we're on our hands and our knees. We're going to get to it later, balancing on one foot. So feel your connection to center. Feel your strong back leg. Good. Feel your breath. Move it all the way down into your belly. Nice, Ryan. One last round. See if you can possibly gaze up at your right hand. Nice job. Let it go. Everything back to the ground, tabletop. And then just for a moment, bring your knees together. Walk your hands off the left long edge of your yoga mat and reach your hips back and to the right. Gently press your right armpit towards the earth and breathe into your right side. And then in your next breath or two, just switch sides. You can stay low as you crawl your hands through center off to the other side of your mat, or you can come up through a tabletop and then sit back once again. So hands eventually go right and hips back to the left. Gently press your left armpit towards the earth. Breathe into your left side. I'll leave it up to you when you feel pretty even on both sides. Come back to a tabletop position and take it back to downward facing dog. Nice down dogs, you guys. Beautiful. All right, from your down dog, next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up your hip. So bend your right knee, reach it out and up. Try not to sink into your outer left glute. So your left inner thigh is hugging in. Your right outer glute is squeezing, and you're using that medial glute muscle to open your hip up. Lift your knee a little bit higher. Take one more big in breath. Awesome, Kirsten. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your back, hollow out your belly, and then as soft as you can, step forward, low lunge. Nice, Liz. Rise up to crescent lunge. No rush. So front, or I should say, I guess, all 10 toes face forward. Your hips are square. And energetically, you're hugging in towards midline. So you're not sinking as deep as you can. You're finding stability by pulling your front hip back and your back hip forward. Yes, nice. Awesome, Ryan. See if you can feel a little tone in your low belly. So navel to spine, and then you feel like you have a brace around your middle. Your low back is nice and supported. Take one more big inhale as you reach up and maybe even gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, lean forward, and prepare to balance. So draw your belly button in and up. Feel almost as if you're rounding through your low back. So I don't want you to feel like you're doing a back bend and you're in spinal extension. I want you to feel, if anything, like you're rounding your low back a little bit, and you can feel your core engaging. Keep that, rock forward, back foot floats up. Back foot floats up. So strong and powerful through your back leg. You can stay right here or take your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back, like an asymmetrical warrior 3. Stay right here, or one more inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow motion. You just did this. Now you're balancing on one foot. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Stay connected to your center. Exhale, elbow to knee, like you're moving through molasses. Inhale, reach. Just one more time if you want it. Exhale, elbow to knee. This time if you want, inhale, both arms forward, full warrior 3. Inhale, and then land softly, low lunge. So hands can come down, left toe step back. Woo, good job. Bring your back knee down nice and easy. If you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat. And then we're just gonna move into a half Hanumanasana, half split. So if you are bringing your hips all the way back to your heels, see if you can keep your toes curled under like mine are. If you untuck your toes, what happens is you just curl your tailbone under, and we don't want that. We want to stick our butt out. So with your toes curled under, you really want to work your butt back, especially your right butt cheek, and your heart forward. You can keep your hips up higher, stacked over your back knee if that feels better. Flex through your right toes. Even your little baby pinky toe, see if you can get it to flex back. And then with your right heel, press down and try to pull back. So do not try to push forward, but try to pull back. So your right butt cheek sticks out behind you and your heart reaches further forward. So rather than feeling like your butt is curling under, your tailbone is tucking under, do the opposite. Good job. Take about 3 more breaths. Nice work, friends. All the way to emptiness. Dive as deep as you can. And then come back slowly as you're ready into a low lunge position. So bend your front knee, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. We're just gonna move into a twisted lunge, a revolve lunge. So right arm to the sky. Strong through your legs, squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Good. Beautiful. Nice Tara. Open through the right side of your heart and maybe even gaze up at your right fingertips. Take your last couple of rounds right here. Bottom of your next exhale, let it go. Walk your hands to the long edge of your mat, left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then wherever you'd like to take it, you can fold or you can play and explore a little bit. Got about 5 to 7 rounds. Notice if you've gone anywhere else in your head besides right here. Just come back. Feel your body, feel your breath. Notice sensation, even if it's uncomfortable, be with it, breathe into it. Last couple of rounds. All right, come to a place where your fingertips or hands are on the ground. So if you need to, bend your knees a lot, and then walk your hands to the top of your mat. So you're in a low lunge position. From your low lunge position, walk your hands forward and float your back leg up. But I don't want you to think of this as a standing split. I want you to think of it as a warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground or your hands on a block or blocks. So get your hips square, get your spine long like you're in a halfway lift. Good. Now keep your left hand on the ground or a block. Bring your right hand to the crease in your right hip. If you're not sure if your hips are square, put your right hand on your sacrum and see, does my butt feel level? With your right hand in the crease of your right hip, push your right hip towards the back of the room. Feel your inner thighs squeeze and your upper body automatically should twist to the right. Work that twist now more with your strong core. Right arm to the sky if you would like. Maybe even gaze up at your right hand. Revolve half moon. Nice job. Beautiful, friends. Awesome, Liz. One last huge deep breath. Beautiful, Jane. And let it go forward, full top of your space. You can give your right leg a little shake out or kind of pedal out your heels. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat. And then take your toes wider than your heels. Come down into a low squat malasana. So if possible, keep your heels down. And if you can keep your heels down, see if you can lift your toes up and spread them. If you rock onto the inner edges of your feet, press into the outer edges as well. And send your big deep breaths down into your groin, into your hips and your pelvis. Nice, everybody. Soft face, soft jaw. Just feel whatever's there. Last couple of rounds. You're welcome to exhale out your mouth if you'd like. Bottom of your next exhalation. Fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. You can heel toe your feet in however you prefer them. Hips width distance or big toes touch if that's what you like. Next, inhale, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Nice, Andrea. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. Big stretch at the top. Breathe in, reach. Hands to your heart. Exhale. And let's just flow for a moment before doing that all on the other side. So inhale, high mountain. Little baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Puff up your heart. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, re-extend. Find lots of length. Hinge at your hips, exhale, slow dive, traction out your spine. Nice, Susan, as you breathe in, halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. You take your vinyasa this time however you would like. So add, subtract, skip it if you'd rather. Eventually back to down dog and just walk it out there for a moment. Find your ujjayi breath if you've lost it. Beautiful, friends. One more inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space. Step or hop, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Rise all the way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, arms reach up. And just for fun this time, let's bring our hands behind our back. Interlace your fingers here. So getting into our shoulders just a little more. Roll your shoulders back and down. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out or hyperextend your elbows. If you can, reach your hands back away from your body. And then only if you want, add a little back bend. So hug in with your inner thighs, press your hips forward, puff up your heart, tilt your chin up. Wherever you're at, soften your face. One more big inhale. Keep your hands clasped. Exhale, hinge at your hips and dive down. Relax your neck at the bottom. Let your head hang. See if you can be in this fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds. So head heavy. Use your core. Connect to your center and use it to lift your sit bones up. And then lift your knuckles up. Take one last inhale. Exhale, hands to low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms come down and hang. Give them a little shaky shake. Spinal extension, realign, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away, find your strength, come to your knees if you'd like. Slowly lower for 3, strong straight line, 2 and 1, all the way to your belly. This time, let's take a Sphinx pose. So forearms parallel like a number 11 on the ground, elbows are right underneath your shoulders. In Sphinx pose, a lot of times, people are not toning their belly and they're just kind of sinking into their low back. So draw your belly button in and up and imagine you're trying to reach your tailbone down towards your heels. So it might feel a little different. Press down through the belly of your forearms and energetically try to pull your arms back like you want to drag yourself forward. Yes, keep that tone in your belly to support your low back. So your low back should not feel like it's crunching up. It should feel long. Sometimes I even like to take my chin to my chest and stretch the back of my neck in Sphinx pose. Take one more inhale. Good. And then as you exhale, slowly lower. I like to lift my elbows and reach them out to the sides as I let myself lower down slowly. And then transition to hands and knees, however you'd like to get there. Okay, hands and knees. Pay attention to your hands. Spread your fingers. Push into the ground. So you want to feel like you're a gecko holding onto a screen door with your fingertips. The more you can use your strong hands, the less this will hurt your wrists. Left arm forward, right, right leg back. I'm choking on my own saliva. All right. So strong, straight, powerful line. And remember, we don't want to back bend. We don't want a smiley face shape right now. We want that connection to our center. So navel to spine. Puff up through your low back. Gaze down. One more inhale. So back of your neck is long. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Strong core, navel to spine. Inhale, reach. Nice, Sarah. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Move slowly and intentionally. Inhale, lengthen. Stay connected to your center. Last one, elbow to the knee. All the way to emptiness. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Now, as you exhale, left hand to the crease of your left hip, or if you want to check, are my hips level, are my hips square? Put your hand on your sacrum and feel, are your butt cheeks nice and level, or is your right higher than left? So adjust if needed. Left hand in your left hip crease, try to push your left hip back. It's a subtle movement, but you should automatically feel the left side of your chest start to twist towards the windows. See if you can work that twist with your core and then eventually left arm to the sky. I know this feels awkward. What we are doing is a revolved half moon on our hands and our knees. So feel the muscle memory, your strong core, your strong back leg. Your breath moving down into your belly. Last round. Nice job. Slowly let it go. Hands and knees. And then just like we did before, bring your knees together. We'll walk our hands off both sides. You can go to either side first. You choose. So hands off one edge of your mat and hips reach back towards the opposite corner of your mat. Just about 3 or 4 rounds on each side. So switch to the other side as you feel ready. No hurry. Just feel, breathe, and be in your body. No judgment. Not criticizing yourself. Just meeting yourself right where you're at with curiosity, even a little bit of playfulness. It's just yoga. Sometimes we take ourselves a little too seriously. All right, as you are ready, friends, find your way to down dog. Come back to the center and take your hips up and back. All right. From your dog pose, inhale your left leg to the sky. And then try not to shift through the right side of your body at all. Open your left hip. Bend your knee. Reach your knee out and up. So it should feel like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. You're swinging it open. Squeeze your outer left glute and use that muscle to lift your knee a little bit higher. Good work. One more inhale here. As you exhale, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine, then step forward as soft as possible. Low lunge. Take your time to rise. Nice Paul crescent lunge. So for just a moment, settle in. Weight should be nice and even in both of your legs. So it shouldn't feel like all your weight is in your front leg. Back leg is just as strong as front. Hug in with your inner thighs. Tone your low belly. So that tone in your low belly, it's your transverse abdominis engaging. It's not your six-pack muscles. It's your lowest, deepest abdominals, and they're just supporting your low back. So you feel almost as if there's a little brace around your center. Lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. One more inhale here. Good, and as you exhale, lean forward, bring your hands to your front thigh. If you feel like you need to bring your back foot in a little closer, that's totally fine. Draw your belly button in and up so you feel like you're puffing up your low back, not doing a back bend. So you want a little tiny bit of spinal flexion rather than spinal extension. As you are ready, balance, float off your back foot. So think of an uppercase letter T with your body. That's what you're trying to create. Connect to your center, navel to spine. Stay here or left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back, hips are square. One more big inhale. You're welcome to stay right here and hold or elbow to knee. Move from your center. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee or as close as you can come. Good. Inhale, reach. Last one, be playful. Exhale, elbow to knee. Awesome, Christian. Inhale, reach. Maybe you reach both arms forward for warrior 3. Low lunge, soft landing if you can. So hands down, back toes down. Once you are in your low lunge, bring your back knee down gently. So if you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat. And then half Hanumanasana, half splits. So you have the choice to bring your hips all the way to your back heel. But if you do that, please try to keep your toes curled under like you're in a half screaming toe pose. Like I said last time, if you don't tuck them under, you just kind of plop down into it and there's nothing really happening when I'm here. So you want to stay nice and active. You might even have your hips stacked over your back knee. Flexion through your toes. So your toes flex back towards your shin. Push down through your left heel. And don't push your heel forward. Try to pull it back. Try to drag your heel back and stick your left butt cheek out even more. Reach your heart even further forward. So you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. It won't actually happen, but that's the intention. Every single exhalation, all the way to empty. And from your center, you dive just a little deeper. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds of breath. You're doing great. Nice work. All right, very end of your next exhale, fold, drape your body over your front leg, and then let it go. Come forward into your low lunge. Lift your back knee up once you get there, so you are in a powerful stance once again. And then you'll just twist. Right hand down, left arm up, revolve lunge. Strong through your back leg. So feel almost as if the power of this entire pose is coming from your back toes, moving through your back leg, and then connecting right at your center. So feel your inner thighs hug towards each other. Even imagine your left butt cheek is dragging towards the back wall, but your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. Take one last round and work your twists. Good job. Let it go. Wide-legged straddle position. Walk your hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Take an inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. And then wherever you want to go once again. So you can exhale and work into a fold, or any way you want to play, explore, get curious. There is no right or wrong. Be in your body. It does not matter what anybody else in the room is doing. Just feel what feels right for me. What does my body want to explore? If you have no idea, then just start moving around and then respond to what you feel. Get curious about what you feel. The only way that we can form a connection and a relationship to our body is by over and over again showing up, slowing down enough to speak its language a little bit more. So your body doesn't speak English. It doesn't use words. It speaks in breath, in energy, in sensation, in symptoms. Start to notice. And that's how you form a relationship with your body, just by getting curious, tuning in. Last breath, wherever you're working. And then hands or fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Come back into a low lunge. From your low lunge, walk your hands forward. Back leg floats up. But remember, not standing splits. Think of it more like warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground or your hands on a block or block. Block or blocks. So you want your hips square and you want your back leg powerful, strong, spine parallel to the ground. Right hand stays on your block or on the ground. Left hand to the crease of your left hip. Start to push. If you want to know, are my hips square? Put your hand on your sacrum. Level out your hips first. It won't work if your hips aren't square. Push your left hip back with your fingers in the crease of your hip, and then automatically feel your body twist. Maybe left arm reaches up. Yeah, so keep working that twist from your strong center. Nice job, beautiful. Possibly even gaze up at your left fingertips. One last round, back leg strong. Squeeze your inner thighs, twist, twist, twist. Awesome, nice Tara, let it go. Forward fold. Give your left leg a little shaky shake. Pedal out your heels. And then eventually we're coming back to a low squat. So you can heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat, even bring your toes off of your mat. Come down nice and low. If possible, heels stay down. And if you can keep your heels down, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Tendency is to roll onto the inner edges of your feet, and that's kind of collapsing through your ankles. So if that's happening to you, see if you can keep your ankles strong, press into the outer edges as well. Breathe big and spacious down into your hips and your groin, down into your pelvic floor. Soft face, soft jaw. Ah, really good work, everybody. Bottom of your next exhalation, fingertips down, hips lift high. Heel toe your feet in, however you prefer them. Hips width distance or big toes touch. Inhale to a halfway lift. Realign your spine. Exhale, fold and back. Rise all the way up. Big stretch at the top. Breathe in. Hands to your heart. Breathe out. All right, flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Tone your belly to support low back. Brace around your middle. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, stick your butt out and dive down ever so slowly. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you personally would like to take it or skip it. Just end up this time in a child's pose for a moment. Rest there. Feel whatever there is to feel moving through your own inner space. Good job, you guys. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And once again, peel your hip open, bend your knee. You can absolutely stay right here. This is a good stretch for the front of your hip. You could also choose to flip your dog if you'd like. Right foot comes down behind you and right arm forward. A little tone in your belly, protect slow back as you open your front body. Good job. If you're in the back bend, one more inhale. And then everybody, three-legged dog. So come back. Extend your right leg high and see if you can square off your hips. Just feel the difference. Take one more inhale, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, right knee towards your left elbow. Get just as close as you can. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or aim for your armpit as high as you can get. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Now listen, everybody. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your body down gently. We're gonna do this a little bit different. So once you get kind of sort of in your pigeon, you're actually gonna do what I tell you usually not to do. You're gonna plop over onto your right butt cheek. So this is what I call a box pigeon. Bring your front shin parallel to the front edge of your mat. And scoot your hips around however you need to get it there. Your back shin is somewhat parallel to the long edge of your mat, but your back leg is less important. So you can kind of feel around what feels right for you. This is a pretty safe way actually to work with your hips. So feel free to move and explore a bit. See if you can turn your heart to face directly towards your right foot. So you're kind of turning to your left. Take an inhale, lengthen, sit up really tall. And then as you exhale, think sternum towards your right heel. Sternum towards your right heel. So you're hinging forward, getting as long as you can. When you cannot go any further with this length, here are your options. You can either just relax into it. If it is available, right elbow or tricep to the sole of your right foot and hands to prayer. I even like to make a fist with my right hand and press my left palm into that fist. If you are taking this variation, keep the flexion in your right foot and keep pressing your arm into your foot back into your arm, leveraging the twist you feel. Make sure you can breathe. If you don't want to take that twist, no big deal. Just relax and fold. Keep the flexion in your right toes. Nice job, everybody. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Anytime you'd like, you can take a big sigh out your mouth. All right, very end of your next exhale, start to come back up and turn so your torso is now facing forward. Try not to use your hands, but if you need, you can lean over to your right, so your right hand on the ground by your side if needed. Take your back leg and swing it around. So left foot to the outside of your right thigh, and then swing it back. Do that a few times and keep your spine as tall and as still as possible. So using the mobility in your left hip joint, you should feel that muscle that I always talk about called your medial glute on your outer left butt cheek. Squeeze as you take your leg back. You might even feel it Charlie horsing if you never use it. It's like, what's going on? All right, eventually left foot to the outside of your right thigh. We're gonna stay here. You can either adjust so that your right heel is closer to your left butt cheek, or you could extend your right leg forward. Hug your knee in and sit up tall, puff up your heart. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale, twist. Left hand comes down behind you. Try not to put a lot of weight on it. You're using it to help you sit up taller. If you want to use your right arm, you could latch your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. If the bind is available and you want to take it, feel free. Just don't force it. Make sure you can breathe. About 3 more rounds. Good, everybody. Bottom, very bottom of your next exhalation. Unwind just your upper body. Bring your hands off the right edge of your mat. Take a little bow. So let your spine round. This should feel good. Your left butt cheek can lift. And I even like to kind of push into the ground as I curl in. Breathe into your low back. And then lift back up. Uncross your legs. For just a moment, windshield wiper. So feet wide and a few rounds just side to side, back and forth. All right, come back to the center. And please, if you want to get to down dog in your own way, please feel free. Otherwise, boat pose. So Navasana, balance on your sit bones. I'm holding onto the backs of my thighs as a modification. You reach forward. You could even reach back and up if you want to be crazy. You could extend your legs if you want as well. Take an inhale in your high boat. Stay and hold if you prefer, or exhale, low boat. Everything hovers above the ground. Draw your low belly down. Inhale, high boat, just 3 times total. Exhale, low boat. Squeeze your legs together. Draw low belly down, chin to chest. Inhale, high. Nice job. Last one. Exhale, low. Inhale, high. Lift your heart. Cross your ankles. Rock forward. You can step, or if you feel like it, jump back to chaturanga with bent elbows. Move through a vinyasa or don't. See you in down dog. No hurry. Reconnect. Ujjayi. Little bit longer. So fire it up if you've lost it. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip. Squeeze your outer left glute. Stay here, or option 2, flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Little tone in your belly supports your low back. Nice job. Breathe all the way down into your belly and stretch your abdominal wall. Those of you in the back bend, one more in-breath. Nice, Sarah. Exhale, come back. 3-legged down dog. Square off your hips, my friends. Square hips. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, little twist. Inhale, three-legged, lengthen. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit, nice and high. Inhale, lengthen. And then this time, pigeon pose. Gently set your left shin on the ground. Yeah, remember we're going into our funky box pigeon. So let your butt kind of plop over onto your outer left butt cheek and then adjust so that your left shin is completely parallel with the front edge of your mat. Back leg is less important, but kind of sort of parallel with the long edge of your mat. Try to sit up tall and turn your heart to face towards your left foot. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Think sternum towards your left heel. This side for me is so much tighter, so I just get to about here, and then I'm going to relax and soften. If you want, if it is available, left elbow or tricep to the sole of your left foot. And then push. Use it as leverage. Nice job, you guys. Yeah, so if you've got your elbow, tricep at the sole of your foot, kind of push your arm into your foot, foot back into your arm, leverage your twist. Keep the flexion through your front toes. Stay strong through both ankles. Big deep breath. Ah. About 3 more. All right, slowly start to lift your upper body. And then we got that super fun movement of our back leg. So try to sit up tall, swing it forward, swing it back, swing it forward. If you need to, you can put your left hand down beside you. Keep your upper body as tall and as still as possible. And feel that outer right glute muscle, medial glute, fire up. When I first started doing these, sometimes I would get a Charlie horse because that muscle was like, what are you doing? It's just waking up. All right. Bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your left heel towards your right butt cheek, or your left leg can go straight forward. Take your right arm up. Great big inhale as you reach, lengthen everything, and then turn, twist. Right hand comes down behind you. If you want, you can use your left elbow, kind of latch it to the outside of your right leg. Bind the pose if you want to, if it's in your practice. Just make sure wherever you are, you can breathe all the way down. All right, very end of your next exhale, unwind your upper body and bring your hands to the left edge or off the left edge of your mat. Take that little counter twist, like you're taking a bow, round your spine, your right butt cheek can lift. One more big deep breath. You might even curl in, kind of push the ground away. And then lift back up, uncross your legs. Take a few of those windshield wipers again. So wide with your feet, side to side. And as I take my knees to one side, I like to kind of turn my gaze and my shoulders towards the opposite wall, or at least that's my intention. Good job. All right, come back to center, and you can absolutely just find your way down onto your back and skip this fun core work. Otherwise, one more boat pose. So your variation, hold your thighs, hands can be behind you for more support, arms forward, back overhead. Try to stay balanced on your sit bones rather than rocking back onto your tailbone. One more inhale in your high boat. Just like before, 3 rounds, low boat, navel to spine, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lift, high boat. Exhale, low boat, hover, squeeze. This is good prep if you're working on handstand. Inhale, lift, high boat. And then one more time, exhale, low boat. Inhale, lift. Listen, exhale, low boat. Hold here, squeeze. Draw your belly button down, press your low back down. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms and your legs long. You might even reach kind of from side to side, like you're reaching and climbing an invisible rope above your head, dragging your body towards the back of the room. And then as you're ready, friends, just hug your knees in. Take a little rock side to side. Keep your right knee hugging it, and either set your left foot on the ground or extend your left leg forward on the ground. So just set your left leg on the ground if it's extended. And then extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Hands behind your right thigh. Yeah. And then for a moment, either roll out your ankle or just point and flex your foot a few times. So try to find fullest range of motion through your ankle joint. Try to find more of a connection to your feet, even your toes. Go slowly, don't rush. Feel all those little tiny baby micro movements. Reverse your circles if you're taking full circles. Try to keep the back of your right hip rooted down. Good job. All right, go ahead and let that go. Bend your right knee. Moving into a supine spinal twist. Right arm out. Scoot your hips to the right. Roll onto your left side. So you can keep your left leg extended, or if you don't want it extended, any other variation is just fine. If you want your right leg extended and that's available to you to extend your right leg, even grab your right foot with your left hand, go for it. Shoulders and heart square towards the sky. Take about 3, 4, 5 more breaths on this side. Bottom of your next exhale. Come back to center. Keep your left leg extended long and kind of scoot your hips back so they're aligned right under your shoulders. Hug your right knee up towards your right armpit. So right knee, right armpit, hands to the front of your right shin. Keep your left leg long and imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of it. Squeeze your right knee in, up, and out towards your right armpit. Take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. Half happy baby. So grab hold of your right foot. Your elbow should be inside your knee. Pull down with your arm, press up through your heel, and continue to imagine that invisible sandbag on top of your left thigh. Neutral spine is the intention. One more deep breath in your half happy baby. And then release your right leg, take it out next to your left leg, full body stretch. Again, arms long, legs long. Notice when you stretch, when you reach long like this, do your back ribs lift up a lot? And if so, see if you can keep your back ribs pressing into the ground as best you can as you reach. So keep a more neutral spine as you reach. Take one more inhale. Yes, good job. Exhale, draw your knees towards your belly for just a moment. Take a little rock. And hands behind your left thigh, right leg extends forward, or if you want to modify, right foot on the ground with your knee bent. Left leg straight up, like you're planting your left foot on the ceiling. Hands behind your left thigh. Yeah. So if your right leg is on the ground, it's not just lazy. Your toes are pointing up, and you're planting the sole of your foot on an invisible wall in front of you. Good. Roll out your left ankle, point, flex, feel into that movement, that mobility that comes from your ankle. There's about 1,000,000 little bones, tendons, ligaments, muscles in your foot and your calf, your shin, your ankle. Feel around. If you've ever sprained your ankle, this movement is very therapeutic. And go the opposite direction. Good. Finally, just let that go. Bend your knee, move into your supine twist. So left arm out, scoot your hips to the left just a little bit, roll onto your right side. If you want to keep your left leg extended, that's fine. If you can move into the twist with it extended, go for it. Gaze up or over left shoulder and breathe. Good job, friends. Last couple of rounds on this side. And then bring yourself back to center and kind of scoot your hips around if you need to so that your hips are straight down from your shoulders. Hug your left knee up towards your left armpit. Right leg stays extended. Left knee, left armpit. Hands around the front of your left shin. So give your left knee a big squeeze in, up, and out towards your left armpit as you take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. And then when you're ready, turn it into a half happy baby. So grab hold of your left foot. Imagine that heavy sandbag is still on the top of your right thigh. Try to create a nice neutral spine. Your left elbow should be inside your knee. Pull down with your arm strength. Press up with your leg strength, like you're pressing up through your heel. Flex your toes back. Yes, good. And then after at least a couple breaths in half happy baby, feel free to turn it into a full happy baby. Bring your right leg up, grab your right foot. You can kind of rock side to side, maybe pull a bow and arrow, extend one leg, bend the other knee even more. Maybe both legs extend at the same time. It's all you. Finish off your own practice from happy baby. If there's anywhere else you'd like to go, go there. And you're next, about 5 to 10 rounds. Just slowly start to settle in. Slowly start to let your breath dissipate. These last few moments are simply for you to just be. So rather than moving on to the next thing in your mind, soak in the energy of your practice. Soak in these last few moments of just connecting with your own inner space. So my reading for you is just a short quote by Cory Muscara. He says, "Pay attention to the small moments of unprompted joy in your day." Pay attention to the small moments of unprompted joy in your day. They may be fleeting, but they represent hints of connection with your true nature. And they are loving reminders that there's more to who you are than pain, confusion, or struggle. So these last few moments, friends, just feel into your inner space. everything that wants to move through you. Just let it. Shavasana. Get a deep breath in. Let it go. And just start to slowly bring movement back into your body. Wiggle through fingers and toes. Whenever you are ready, just roll to either side, fetal position. And take one last moment there, just resting on your side body in this nurturing way. Maybe you use your imagination and just visualize your practice seeping in, absorbing in. Take it with you. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So just sit up nice and tall with your hands gathered to your heart center. And take one last moment to simply just bow your head to your own heart and to acknowledge yourself, thank yourself in your own mind, in your own head. Say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking time to do something different, to do something more intentional, to connect with what's going on inside. I thank you guys so, so much for being here, letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Have a wonderful day. You're so welcome. Good to have you, ladies.